Hello everybody. In the last video we did this cabinet. What we did was we add this drawer box on the inside because we had the cabinet from another video but just with the drawer front. So we added this box that you can see over there. Now we wanted to have two drawers on the upper side like we have on the bottom. We have two doors on the bottom. So what we are going to do is to save this cabinet as a new cabinet, so we will have both of them in our cabinet library. And this one we are going to add a second drawer on the upper side, so we will have two drawers just like we have on the bottom. We will have two doors on the bottom and two drawers on the upper side. So let's go ahead and the first thing we are going to do is to save this cabinet as a new cabinet. I already have one that I did. I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna close it. So let me save this as a new cabinet. Save as base with two drawers. I'm gonna name it base, two doors, two drawers. Hit save. So we are ready to start working with this a new cabinet. Remember, this is a complete parametric cabinet, and we want to keep it like that. We want to keep it parametric. So the first thing I'm going to do, because this is the easiest part, is to add the new drawer front. So what I'm going to do is to select the sketch for the doors. This is doors sketch. Edit the sketch. And I'm going to make two lines over here. I don't want to have these lines constrained right now, so I'm just going to draw a line from here. I want to make sure they are perpendicular. And another one from here to here. So this one used to be the old drawer front, but because I wanted to have two of them, I just created those two lines, and I'm going to delete those little portion of lines. I'm just going to use this trim tool and delete this. It's saying over here that some constraints were removed because of that cut that we did, but don't worry about that for now. So we don't want to deal with the dimensions because we already have that for the bottom doors. So what we are going to do is create some constraints over here. We are going to constrain this. We want to make it collinear with the one in the bottom of the doors, and this one we will make it collinear with this one, and that's it for the doors and the front drawer and the drawer fronts sketch. That will be all. We just hit finish sketch, and now we need to work with the extrudes. We had one extrude for the all drawer front, so we will find that one. We select this one over here, drawer front, and we will look for it in the timeline. I see it's over here. If you could see on the bottom of your screen, I'm going to hit over here, edit feature. I'm going to deselect these profiles on the upper side of this form, I'm going to deselect them, and I'm going to select this little portion on the left and this one, which will become the left drawer front. And I'm gonna hit OK. So this drawer front, I need to rename it. So I'm gonna put over here left drawer front. Left drawer front. Okay. Now I need to show the sketch for the doors again, because I need to extrude the other drawer front. So I'm going to hit over here extrude command, and I'm going to select this profile, and I'm going to offset this one. Just I'm going to use the parameter that we have, the distance from case, distance from the door separation from case. It's optional if you wanted to do that. And on the distance, the extent type is going to be distance, and the distance is going to be the door material thickness, which is another parameter that we set already. It's going to be a new component, and we are ready to go. We just hit OK over here. As you could see, I'm going to hide the doors sketch. I already have my two drawer fronts. If I hide this assembly component, which is doors and drawer fronts, you know what? I forgot to select. I should, before I made that extrude, I should select this component over here, so I will have these new drawer fronts into this assembly over here. So I'm gonna try to move it. If it's worked, it's gonna be fine. So it worked. Sometimes it doesn't work. If that happens, you just go and check if your timeline is all the way to the right, and you check other things. Maybe if you have an error, it won't work. But the best thing is to select or activate this assembly component before you do that. So right now, let me call it right drawer front. I just move it inside of this assembly component, and it went okay. So we didn't have any problems for now. So if I hide this, I'm going to hide it because I want to work on the inside now. So let's go ahead working with the other parts that we need to create. So we already hide these doors and drawer fronts. So right now, what we are going to do is to edit this drawer box so it will be smaller. I'm going to select this component over here, and I'm going to activate this drawer box assembly. So I'm going to select this component over here, and I'm going to look for the extrude command when we did this, and its front end is that one. I'm looking on the timeline, as you can see, and I'm gonna hit over here edit feature. So over here we need to edit. This is going to be some confusing for you maybe. I will try to do it slow. As you can see over here, we just select this profile. It was the start was from the profile plane, and we set a distance. The same type was a distance, and what we put over here was the horizontal opening as the length minus the drawers box material thickness, because we have two sides for the drawer box, and minus the slides thickness that are set on the list of parameters. But right now it's going to be a little bit more complicated. So what we are going to do is we are going to use this horizontal opening. We are going to add some parentheses over here. I'm going to add a couple of them because I'm going to add over here horizontal opening less a cabinet material thickness, which is going to be the material thickness of the drawer division. So I'm going to close one of the parentheses over here, and on this result I'm going to divide it by 2, and I'm going to close the other parentheses. So this value is going to be minus the drawer box material thickness, because every drawer box have two sides. Drawer box material thickness by 2 for 2, and a slide thickness for 2. So that's going to be the same. I'm going to hit OK over here, and as you can see, I have a shorter front end of the drawer box right now. I should make the same thing for the one on the back. So let me define it in rear end over here, and on the timeline I just identify which one it is. I will right click and click edit feature. So I will do the same over here. I will add a couple of parentheses to this horizontal opening parameter, and I'm going to subtract a cabinet material thickness. Like I said before, that cabinet material thickness is the thickness of the drawer division that we are going to create a little bit later. So I'm going to close this first parenthesis, and I'm going to divide this by 2, and I'm going to close the other parentheses. So I'm going to leave everything else the same. What I'm doing over here is subtracting the drawer box material thickness for 2 times for each drawer box, and the slides thickness for 2 times for each drawer box. So I'm going to hit OK. Remember that I'm just editing this. As you could see, the bottom become shorter, and I just deleted the one. I just edit the one for the back end of the drawer box. So just for you to see what happened over here, I'm going to select the bottom, and I'm going to look over for this extrude command over here on the timeline, and I'm going to right click edit feature. I'm not going to edit it because I see it's okay right now, but as you can see, what we used when we did this bottom was the extend type was to object, and we selected this object over here, which was the back end of this drawer box. So that's why it became updated when we changed the definition of this extrude command that created the back end of the drawer box. So as you can see, it's just extend type to this object, but it has an offset because it's extending from the end of this part, because it's set over here offset, and the offset is set to the inset, which is a parameter that we already set, and I know that the inset is 1/4 of an inch. So this one should be 1/4 of an inch longer than this part, is what we are going to inset on the other side of this drawer box. So I'm gonna hit OK over here. I'm just was checking. I'm gonna hit cancel actually, because I want to leave everything like it is. So right now we have this other door box side. It's not on the correct position. So this is a mirror part. So what I'm going to do is to just delete it for now, and I will just recreate that one. For that, I'm going to hide this drawer side. For me to create, it's going to be easier if I hide that side to create a mirror plane. I mean a mid plane. I'm going to hit over here, construct mid plane over here on the upper side, and I'm going to select this side and this side and hit OK over here on the right. So I have a mid plane over here, which is this one will allow me to create the new drawer side. So I'm going to show again the drawer side, and I'm going to create a mirror over here. Mirror components. I'll check that what I'm selecting is component. I'm going to select the component over here, and I'm going to select now the mirror part, the mirror plane, which is going to be this one, and hit OK over here. So I have my new smaller drawer box already created. So let's stop for a little bit with the drawer boxes, and let's actually activate the cabinet case, and I'm going to close this drawer box over here. I'm going to work with the cabinet case right now. I'm going to activate this cabinet case because I want to add a vertical drawer division over here. I need to delete this one also, so I will remember later. So I need to create a drawer division over here, and I need to redefine this top frame rail. So let's do that. I'm going to hide the left side panel, and I'm going to show the left panel sketch. I have this one over here. Let me hide everything. I'm going to hide the drawer box also, and I'm looking over here at the drawer sketch. I'm going to activate the main component so I could see better this one, and I could edit this left panel sketch. I'm going to hit edit this sketch, and this one over here is the drawer side of the first drawer box we created. Now we need to create another rectangle. It might get confusing over here because we will have to select many profiles in order to create the right part. But what we are going to do is to create the rectangle over here, and it's going to be a constrained rectangle. We need to constrain over here right on the bottom of the front horizontal stretcher over here, and I'm going to start over there, and I'm going to constrain over here on the back, right where the back data start. So it's going to be around here. Click. I need to create another constraint, and it is on the front of the bottom, on the front side, right here. So I'm going to hit over here, coincident, and click over here, and over here on this line, which is the drawer division. Pop. Okay. That will be all. It's a little confusing when we we'll start making the extrude command. Let's hit over here finish sketch, and now I need to create the vertical draw division. So I'm going to hit the extrude command, and I'm going to select this profile, this one, and I need to really close up over here, because I know I'm missing some profiles over here, which is this one. You see this is the data for the drawer division. So I need to click over here and select this little part. If not, I won't have a complete part. So now I have the complete vertical drawer division profile selected. So let's put the values over here on this form on the right. As you can see, I have 4 profiles selected. I'm going to start with an offset. So it's going to be offset a cabinet material thickness, which is the left side panel. Also, I need to offset what I'm going to do is call the horizontal opening, and I'm going to divide that by 2. Before I divide that, I'm going to add another parenthesis over here, and I'm going to subtract a cabinet material thickness, which is going to be the thickness of the same part we are creating, the vertical drawer partition. And I'm going to close this command and divide it by 2 and close over here. So let me go back so you could see what I have over here is the offset is cabinet material thickness, which is the left panel, minus, it's not minus, I'm sorry, plus the horizontal opening minus a cabinet material thickness divided by 2. And that will get me right to the placement of this new part. I'm going to hit over here new component, and the distance of the extent type is going to be distance, and the distance is going to be the cabinet material thickness, and I'm going to hit OK. So let me show the cabinet case, and we are going to make a real quick check over here to see if everything is okay. What I'm going to do is to use the inspect measurements. I'm going to hit over here this face and this face, and I have 13.938 inches. So I'm going to restart selection over here and select over here this face and this face, and I have 13.938 inches. So everything is correct. So those two distances are the same, like they should be. So I'm going to hit close over here, and we need to work with this one, the top frame rail. So what we will do is find this on the timeline, the top frame rail. Let's activate the cabinet case, so I will have a lot less. Okay, as you could see over here, top frame rail is red, and this one is red over here. That's the one we need to edit feature. So I'll hit over here, and it says the extent type is set to an object, and I know it's set to this object, or maybe no, I know it's had to be this object over here, but I will change this to distance. I could select also, yeah, let me do that. It's going to be easier for you to understand. Let me deselect the object. Oh no, you know what? It's not showing me the vertical partition that we just created because this feature was created before on the timeline, so it didn't exist, the one that we just created. So I will need to add a distance over here, and that is what I was wanting anyway. So I will add a distance. It's going to be offset cabinet material thickness, just as it was. I'm going to add over here the distance is going to be opening, horizontal opening. Gonna add a parenthesis over here. Actually, two of them. Horizontal opening minus cabinet material thickness. I'm gonna close this command and divide it by 2. So what we did over here, which I'm just dividing I have a parameter for this opening, horizontal opening. So I'm just dividing, subtracting the thickness of the vertical partition, and then dividing the rest of the space by 2. And I'm going to hit OK. So let me check if it's OK, and it's OK. So as you could see, I have the component, the vertical drawer partition. Let me call it over here. Let me name it vertical drawer partition. I'm going to try to move this to the cabinet case. Okay, that went right through. And I have this with the cabinet case already. Okay, as you could see, the top frame rail is right over what I needed, just to this division over here. So let me right now change this. Let me change this. No, what I need to do is to mirror this part because I don't want to do another one, the top frame rail. So I will just hit mirror over here, and if construction is high, I will just show it the construction over here on the browser, and I already have the component selected. I'm just need to select a mirror plane. So I will hit over here, select, and I will find my mirror plane over here, which is this one. The mid plane of the cabinet case is this one over here. So I'm gonna hit OK over here, and I will have my other mirror top frame rail. Because I had this activated, this component cabinet case activated, that top frame rail became created inside of this assembly component. So that's the correct way to do that. So now already finishing with this, I'm going to close this cabinet case. Let me activate the main component, and now then let me activate the drawer. Let me find this drawer side mirror and delete it. Okay, so I have my drawer box. I don't want to create another drawer box, so what I will do is I'm just going to create a mirror. Before I do that, let me check if everything is okay with the slide thickness. To inspect that, let me hit over here, click the measurement tool, and hit this face over here and this one. And I know that my current value for the slides thickness is 0.5 5.35 of an inch, so a little bit more than half an inch, so that's okay. I'm gonna restart selection, and I'm going to select over here this face and this face, and I have the same distance over here, 0.535 of an inch, as you could see. So everything is correct. So as I said before, I don't want to create another box. So what we are going to do is to click, let me activate this drawer box, and I'm going to rename this drawer boxes. So I will select all these components and click over here, mirror. As you could see, I have already selected type is components, and the objects I already have 5 selected, which is correct. Then I'm going to hit the mirror plane over here, click, and I'm going to select this mid plane that we created in the beginning. Is a mid plane for the cabinet case. So click over here and hit OK. That way we have another drawer box, and it's created all those parts. It just create all those parts and rename them mirror, and they are right here. If I want to hide them, I will just hide all of them at the same time. If I want to go over to the manufacturer section and I want to have only those parts selected because they are of a different material, that's gonna be a lot easier. So that's the correct way to do that when we are dealing with different materials in a cabinet. So I'm going to hide over here the constructions because I don't need to see those mid planes anymore. As you could see, that easy. We have the new cabinet for our kitchen cabinet library with 2 drawers on the upper side and 2 doors on the bottom. And that's it. That was easy. I hope you like this video. If you have any questions, please write a comment. I will try to answer all of them. If you like the video, please hit like on your app that you like this video, and please subscribe to the channel if you like this cabinet making, kitchen cabinets and closet cabinets. I'm going to keep doing cabinets, parametric, all of them. What I mean with parametric is everything is controlled with this table over here. So if I need to change a value over here, like let me change this to 36 inches, the width of the cabinet, you will see that the cabinet will just update real quick. It's just 36 inches width right now. Let me call this table back and let me make it 24 inches. And that will be all. That way, if you make all your designs parametric, you don't have to design everything in every kitchen you do, every cabinet again. You just change those measurements over here, and that will be a lot easier. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Remember to save this with a new name. Thank you. Bye-bye.